I've been meaning to get to this. Sorry it took so long. Congratulations to Mia Love and rock on. But I wanted to address the selfishness of this joker with the Confederate battle flag. Good job, genius. This image is now out there indefinitely, and it's an image the liberals can rely on to use against us. And I wouldn't blame them one bit. I blame the one who brought it and would stage it in front of Mia Love. What the hell is wrong with you?
I think what's happening. Propaganda.
I'm tempted to say the guy was a plant, but whether he was or not, the other folks there should have made it clear that he done effed up. And by effed up, I of course mean he faux pod. Republicans already have very weak cultural representation, which means unstable political representation. I know you're happy about your political victory, but unless you lay down a strong foundation of cultural representation, your political victory is nothing but a house of straw that's gonna get blown down by the huff and puff of windmill farms. This flag is a flag of sabotage to all things conservative, Republican, and constitutional. I am so sick of people, albeit they are few, defending this flag, when it's this flag we pledge allegiance to. It only takes a few of you for liberals to make it look like it's most of you. I am so sick of such people justifying this flag at the cultural expense of the rest of us, who are trying to set the record straight about it's always been the Democrat Party who's been doing the people dirty. I don't care about how you fooled yourself into what you think this flag means. That's selfish. And what it means to you is not the whole picture. What it means to you is you trying to be cute, brandishing some flag that labels you or gives you the image as some sort of rebel. Fortunately, this flag is not prominently waved in the Republican tent, but some selfish people do try to bring it in, and it should not be tolerated. You're free to wave it, and I'm free to disagree with it. That flag was born and raised by the Democrat-represented Confederacy in opposition to the Republican-represented Union. It has no association with the Republican Party. It is the flag of the enemy. If you vote Republican and you're waving this flag, you are a seriously confused individual. I don't care that you think this flag represents heritage, not hate. The heritage of this flag is hate. You think this flag represents freedom. But that flag has always meant the so-called freedom to oppress others. People who wave that flag will also try to argue that the war wasn't about slavery, which is dumb, and I've already addressed that. But I'll give you another reason why that's dumb. We can all agree that the Democrat Party is basically enslaving us to the government, right? And you have every right to be angry about the enslavement agenda of the Democrat Party, because it's the truth. But if you insist and agree that the Democrat Party is trying to enslave the people now and that their race-driven agenda is turning races against each other now to divide the people, to lead us deeper into being enslaved by the state, why can't you see that the Democrats brought a war to keep slavery going back then? The Confederacy was represented by the Democrat Party, and they wanted to keep slavery going, and they went to war to keep it going under this flag. Technically, the war wasn't really about the North and South. It was between Republicans and Democrats. People keep trying to say that there was slavery in the North. Of course there was. That's because there were Northern Democrats too, who wanted to keep slavery going. They just didn't agree with the Southern secession. They wanted the whole Union to have a slave market. That's why they supported the war. Lincoln had to appeal to them and patronize their interest for war support. That's why you'll read about Lincoln saying things like, oh, I don't care about freeing the slaves. My only interest is in preserving the Union. Because if Lincoln would have just jumped out there saying, let's go free the slaves, he wouldn't have got the support from the Northern Democrats. The Democrat Party is the party of oppression today, and it was the party of oppression yesterday. And the flag of the Democrat Party's enslavement agenda was this one. But you're blinded by your Southern pride and selfishness, and you can't see what this flag actually means. It's weird. Republicans talk about how the Democrats pull the wool over people's eyes, and it's the truth. But a few of you Republican voters need to realize that they pulled the wool over your eyes too. But they didn't just pull the wool over your eyes, they pulled the Confederate battle flag over your eyes. A person who votes Republican while waving this flag is like a Jew waving a Nazi flag. The mission of the people waving this flag was to kill abolitionists. The abolitionists were Republican and the Union was pro-abolition. So Republicans, don't tolerate this. This is sabotage and it hurts your credibility in the culture. You can lose your victory faster than you won it. People always soon forget what the Democrats have done and are even faster to blame you for what they did. You know I'm right. You can fix that. I'm Alfonso Rachel with Zone Nation, and I can appreciate folks like Brad Paisley who wants to see racial strife end, but for things we want, there has to be sacrifice. For people who wave this flag while claiming to reject racism, well, what matters to you more? This flag or harmony? It's the same for people who wear their pants sagging below their butt while wanting respect. You're gonna have a hard time getting both. If you really want respect that bad, pull your pants up. It's much easier. It makes more sense. There's a fair trade. Whites who wave this flag but want racial strife to end, pull this flag down. Blacks with low sagging pants who are angry about feeling judged by whites and want it to stop, pull your pants up. Who's willing to make the sacrifice? And by effed up, I of course mean he faux pod.